Wait, what time are we supposed to start?
Now.
Oh, we are on.
Yep, waiting on... Oh, there we go.
Do I start saying things now?
Yep.
Okay. Hi, this is SideQuest. Welcome to the party, and today we are going to be playing Idiot Teenagers with a Death Wish, an Animorphs RPG. But first of all, I wanted to thank our sponsors. Huge thanks to Tabletop Loot, our amazing dice sponsor, providers of fine dice for all your gaming needs. Head over to www.tabletoploot.com and use the code WTTP Dice to get 15% off your next purchase. Maddie and his amazing nerd shop are the sole provider of Welcome to the Party merch. So head over to www.sonerdwear.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdwear, it's what the nerds wear. Welcome to the Party is now proudly sponsored by Roll20, the virtual tabletop that runs straight out of your web browser. Everything you need to play with your friends is ready at the click of a mouse. From click-to-roll character sheets to built-in video and voice chat, you can even upload your own maps and tokens. Get all that and more with a free basic account at roll20.net. Sign up now at roll20.net/start/welcome to the party, or WTTP. Finally, Welcome to the Party is proudly sponsored by Devin Rue, who has provided huge support to the community since we launched. For some of the best cartographical content on the web, check out rueinc.com. Our Patreon not only goes to support the channel and the people who support it, you generously allow us to keep working on our mission to platform amazing LGBTQ and BIPOC gang players and creators. So check us out at patreon.com/welcome to the party RPG. And as always, join us in our amazing Discord. So next we can do like player introductions. So if any of y'all want to start that.
Sure, I'll start. I'm Nick. I'm playing tonight Scott Fredrickson, who is our scout. And I figure everything else we'll get into later.
I could go then.
No, go ahead.
Okay. My name's Norman, and my character's named Helio Vega, and he's playing the berserker of the group.
Hi, I'm Sin. Tonight I'm playing Maddie Chow, the leader of the crew.
Hi, I'm Georgie. Tonight I'm playing Jet, who is the technician of the crew, and their name is just Jet. No last name.
And hi, I'm Persephone. I'll be playing Anna Grzowski, who is the Heart playbook.
All right, and I am Kirsten. I am the game master for the evening, and I just wanted to give a brief little content warning for y'all. Just so you know, this session will include snakes. If you have an aversion to them, please join us on the Discord, where you can chat with all the players, myself, and many other game nerds without the snakes. In addition, this game does contain dark and violent themes that may be especially distressing, as the players are playing young teens/children. Keep that in mind and do what you need to take care of yourselves. During our game, we will be using X and O cards in addition to lines and veils we discussed before playing. So, let's get into it. We are going to open at the team's current hideout and also the home of Jet, a closed down roller rink. So, what are you all doing?
Homework.
I am working on a new stencil for when I go out later. So I'm carving it out to try and make it look like one of the weird things we fought recently.
I'm kind of peering over Scott's shoulder at the stencil, not saying anything.
I'm probably just like punching a heavy bag right now, just getting stress out from the school day.
Also homework, but maybe like trying to doodle in the margins or something.
All right. Maddie, you would know this, and you might want to bring it up, that you have seen some posters around where you volunteer at saying that the sharing is looking into volunteering at the zoo and basically becoming like the only group who can. And the sharing, as the rest of the group would know, is the organization, like the base organization for the Yerks, who are the slug-like aliens invading planet Earth.
Guys, if you have a minute, there's something I need to talk to you guys about something. It's kind of important.
Hmm?
Yeah, what's up?
You know how I'm always at the zoo? Well, when I was over there last weekend, there were some posters for the sharing. They're trying to worm their way in there. And well, I don't know what they want, but it can't be good.
If nothing else, it would kind of cut down the types of morse we could get into.
Mm-hmm.
So
Was
what you're
there,
saying?
GM? Was there any information on the poster, like who they were putting in charge of the recruiting or whatever?
Yes, that would be, one second, I have his name right here. Ken, who you all would know is sort of the second in charge of the Yerk invasion of your town. He works directly under Subvisor 14 and is sort of her like front person because he actually has a human host named Ken. And I'm guessing you guys sort of have some surveillance on him and you kind of know where to find him at certain times.
What is his day job?
He is in college right now in his like senior year light course load, just kind of cruising through. He's studying business, but it seems to mostly be a bit of a facade, sort of basically cover for his actual intentions.
That makes sense. It'd be pretty easy for him to get someone else to do his homework.
Yeah, and business majors can go everywhere. But
You want me to fly over there? See what he's doing?
we probably we know where he lives, right? Do we? Have we stalked him, Scott? Have you followed him before? Like,
I know where he is in his campus usually. Have I gone? Do I know where his like house is?
You would know where the apartment he's in lives, although he does spend a lot of time at the former community center that is now the headquarters of the sharing. So either his apartment or the sharing headquarters.
I could take to his apartment, but he's probably over at their headquarters.
yeah,
I probably
place
need
is-
someone to come with me then.
yeah, that place is lousy with controllers. I don't want you going there. It's too dangerous.
I could go.
you probably could pass muster a lot easier than the rest of us. But again, if something goes wrong and you get stuck in there, it would be very difficult for you to get back out, and it would also be difficult for us to get in to help you without,
So,
the news being involved.
do we want to just stake out his apartment then?
Staking out his apartment's a good idea. Well, on the posters, GM, did they say was it just like a contact me here at this phone number or whatever for information, or did they say we're having an event at the zoo at whatever time?
They had a phone number left for more information, but it looks like they will be having a meeting at the zoo soon. But first, there's a orientation. I added the air quotes at the sharing headquarters.
Okay. It might be staking out his apartment's a good idea. Staking out the orientation, what do you all think? Just to see who goes in. If we can get in, that would be great. But if it's too dangerous, we'll hold back.
I mean, as long as we're careful.
Yeah, and it only takes one mistake. That's what I'm worried that we don't have. There are only 5 of us, and there are God knows how many of them. Too many.
Too many.
I mean, we can't just get them by surprise by me turn into a bear and maul them all.
I think they might notice a bear in front of you.
Notice.
They don't usually hang out in parking lots.
I mean, I could always go in full sprint. Like, I'm pretty sure the zoo is right there next to the woods. I could just come out of the zoo. It's just me thinking about it. It's on the table. We don't have to say yes on it.
It is an option. Let's keep that as an option for now and try to not to get a little more information first before we decide to, rampage. Just remember, most of the folk in this town, or heck, the majority of the people in this town don't know that this whole thing is going on. And if they did find out, they would either A, think we're all crazy, or B, burn us as witches.
I mean, wouldn't it be easier to get more work done if they just thought we were all crazy? Then that way we get a lot done, and they would just pass it on like, oh, they're just kids writing fan fictions or whatever.
Yeah.
The problem with that is if they think we're all crazy, there's a good chance that we might get removed from our families. And if we all get split up, we are very, very vulnerable on our own. Even if you can turn into, we can turn into the enormous mega predators, but all it takes is a tranquilizer dart.
Not to mention, if they get one of those things and they get it in us, we're kind of in trouble.
Yeah. We're better off sticking together for now instead of splitting up and being known, so to speak.
All right.
For now. There may yet be cause to do what you do best. And when that time comes, we will be right there with you.
I mean, if they come after me, I'm running straight towards you because I'm not going to fight them.
Oh no, you just hide, and if anything, I'll eat them all, and problem solved.
Yep.
I think Jet says you can't be that want to phrase this? You can't be that reckless going after the Yerks because you know you have to go through the people.
Didn't someone said before there's usually casualties during war?
Yeah, but they can take our friends too, though, man. You want to fight the rest of the football team?
And I fought the football team before, but that was because I was having a bad day. Then again, most of my days are pretty bad. So we're gonna leave the recklessness to later, but so far that's pretty much the only plan we have. Leader, what do we have?
I was thinking to get a little more information first. Scott, you said you know where Ken is staying,
Yeah.
and I don't think going into his apartment's a good idea for now. Do you have any forms that can get this is me out of character. Do you have any forms that are small enough to get into an apartment without being noticed?
Crow, pigeon, and chipmunk.
Okay, the pigeon can probably sit on the windowsill and do the whole coo coo kind of thing.
That's why it's there.
Although in a pigeon form you are potentially a snack for a larger bird. So I personally would feel better if you had backup of some kind.
I like that plan.
I mean, we could kill two birds with one stone if I go on with them.
True. You guys okay with that?
That's fine.
Okay. So, I mean, we have basic cell phones at this point, right? So texting is a thing, or
I don't think it is.
I mean, we
This is
have
like
early
2000s, right?
early 2000s.
I was thinking
like flip phones.
Yeah, flip phones and the old razors would be the height of technology.
Yeah.
You also do want to keep in mind that the Yerks do have advanced technology, so
That's true. Okay,
there's a chance that
Early 2000s, the psychics were around. Well, psychic twos. So that's a thing.
I'm just
Also,
saying
that
you
old
can
thing.
text on a flip phone. You just have to press the numbers a bunch.
Yeah, I'm not about that.
It's true. The scary part of that, though, is they could be tapping our communications that way.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think
Never mind. We'll just reconvene. We'll meet up again. When is the orientation meeting?
orientation, let's say, is in 2 days.
Okay.
So that
We
will give you
scout
guys a
him
day
out
to stake
tonight.
out.
We scout him out tonight. If you two are up to going now.
Sure. I mean, I'll have to go home for a little bit, but
Yeah. Do whatever you need to. Take care of that, and then just swing by and see if you can see anything suspicious or anything that might give us more information. And we can meet up again. We'll meet up here tomorrow and figure out a plan. In the meantime, I'll ask around at the zoo as well and see if anyone knows about this. See if anyone's heard anything about this event.
okay.
Anya, Jet, anything you can see that we might have missed?
Just be careful. Don't do anything unnecessary.
Agreed.
I will be as careful as a little baby bird. Oh, I didn't do my voice that time.
All right. I think that's it for that. I guess those two are heading off to go see what's happening.
Yeah, so we can start with their scene, and then if any of y'all had something else that you wanted to do, we can switch back to that after.
I'm good. Take it away.
All right, so Scott and Helio, right?
Yep.
You guys are heading over to Ken's apartment, and just kind of think of it as like those like bougie apartments that like target college kids. Like they're really nice, like they're kind of nice, but they're also like really expensive. And do you guys know?
Oh, it's one of those ones within like 2 blocks of the campus that's really
Yes.
swanky.
Uh-huh. You can tell I live in a college town. Yeah, so you guys can go and perch on the window. He's on the corner room on the 5th floor, let's say.
So Helio, if we get divided, we should probably meet back at the church. Both of us can know where that is and can defend it if we have to.
That's no problem on my end.
Don't want them to go back and find out where the skating rink is, or that we're there more, I guess. They probably know where it is.
Probably, but I don't think they're gonna acknowledge the skating rink as much.
And honestly, I'd rather they go raid the church if they're going to send a bunch of dudes out. So I will morph into a pigeon and fly up to his window.
All right. Let me do my thing real quick. Okay. All right. So I got a 5 for the engagement roll, which is like the conditions that you all are in. So mixed results. The weather is not really ideal right now. It's raining, bit of thunder, a bit of lightning. So you might have a bit of a hard time hearing anything Ken says, and also with the whole like flying bit. But you do, as you are perching on the window, Ken completely does not notice. The curtains are partially closed, but you can definitely like still sneak a peek in there. And he pulls out of his pocket what looks like a pager, except for there's something off about it. You cannot quite tell. It's like sort of a pager, but not. And
It's going to be used to contact Captain Marvel later.
Subvisor 14, but okay. So he pulls it out and sets it on the table, and a hologram, roughly, appears. A tall portraiture who you would recognize to be Subvisor 14, who is in charge of the invasion of the town. So she says, Drain 336. What is this business about with the zoo? And you can see Ken, who usually has a very like calm, relaxed, cool guy type vibe, actually look kind of scared there for a bit. And he responds, the plan, Subvisor, is to prevent these bandits from acquiring more dangerous morphs. And if you cannot see the value in that, then maybe some positions should be reconsidered. And at that veiled threat, Subvisor 14 hangs up. And Ken grabs the fake pager and puts it back in his pocket. And just sort of sighs and starts going about collecting flyers and t-shirts and things for the event, both at the sharing headquarters and the zoo later.
Free t-shirts. That's probably enough for now if he's just going to collect stuff. So we'll pop back down so I can talk to people.
All right. While they were doing that, Maddie, Anya, Jet, were you guys doing anything?
I did have an idea. So Maddie works at the zoo, kind of, right?
Technically.
So one of my morphs is a Burmese python.
Mm-hmm.
So at the very least, you could probably get me into the ventilation system, and I could see what I could see.
In the zoo building or in the headquarters?
Yeah, I was thinking in the zoo because I thought they would have stuff going on there, or in the headquarters, either or.
The zoo, because from what I know of zoo structure, there probably would be like a central office building somewhere in like the back end. So that could be a possibility that I could. What time of day is it? It's what? What time of day is it, Gian?
I would say afternoon going to evening. So let's just say like 4 o'clock. Like it's after school, but not late enough that you would need to be home. Although you are brushing up against that time.
Okay, well, my parents are most of the time not home anyway, so I'm taking care of myself, so that won't be an issue. They're busy with work, traveling, you know how it is. So if you want, I can probably sneak you in as, you know, the first problem would be sneaking you in because you are an 8-foot snake. But
Well, I would assume she would go in as a human and then morph.
whatever way you want to do it, I can get into the backstage areas, so to speak.
I would like to go also on account of I only picked 3 morphs when I was making my character. So okay. I would like to go to the zoo so I could maybe get some more.
Well, let's see what we can get you. So
Jet doesn't phrase it like that. Jet does not say when I was making my character. But, you know.
Well, let's go have a look then.
All right. So, how are the 3 of you going to get to the zoo?
Public bus.
All right.
I mean, we can fly, but 3 birds of prey or whatever we are moving in formation is probably pretty suspicious.
Oh, I have a sparrow.
You're good then. I can just walk right in because I got my pass.
I'm a bat. That's probably not at this time of day.
Okay, you know what?
Very good.
You come with me.
Oh, I know what I can do. I can. So one of my morphs is an adult human, so I can like drop you off at the zoo like I'm your uncle or something, and then I morph into a bat and I sneak around.
No,
I don't know if that actually is more helpful or not.
No. We can do it that way. Well, I don't know if your adult human form can like drive, but
yeah,
one way or another, it's fine. If you do your bat form, I probably have a jacket or something, so I can just hide you in my jacket, in your bat form.
Okay, then I'll start out in bat form.
Okay, let's do that then.
All right, so
I wasn't suggesting I drive. I was suggesting we take the bus, but I'm like,
No. Taking the bus
there
is a
so
good
that
idea.
you don't.
Taking the bus,
Yeah,
and I'll
no.
keep you concealed inside one of my jacket pockets.
Okay.
do keep in mind while you all are on the bus, I don't know how close the roller rink is to the zoo, however close it needs to be for the plot, but do keep in mind the 2-hour morphing limit, because there's no guarantee that if you get stuck in morph, the illness will show up. There's no guarantee of that. So
I would say at most it would be like an hour, maybe. It would probably be safer if we all took the bus and then shifted, like find a clump of trees or something once we get there and shift.
Yeah.
All right. All right. So
I guess we're okay with that. If that's so, then let's go.
yeah. So you guys get on the bus. It takes about an hour to get there, and you get dropped off at sort of like the big like loop around where like school buses and stuff will park whenever there are field trips and things. And there's also just like a regular bus station there. So you get dropped off there, and sort of like most zoos, it has like some wildlifey foresty bits outside. So if that's where you want to hide, that's where you want to go to morph, there's bathrooms, whatever.
Jet, what gender, if any, is your adult form?
Oh, I didn't take my adult form, but
Right, no, I'm just asking because if Anya and I can slip into the ladies' room, and that gives her cover for a shift. And I can hide clothes, so I probably have a bag with me or something, so I can keep people's outer clothes.
I guess my forms are. Jet would use the ladies' room if that's the question.
No, yeah, okay.
Well,
if
there's
that's so,
also
then,
like the gender neutral family stall as well.
Yeah, there's the family stall if you need that.
I'm a little confused about why you asked specifically about the adult form when I'm not using the adult form.
Sorry,
I'm saying I should use the adult form.
No. Okay, wrong impression. I thought you were using the adult form to get on the bus. My bad.
Oh.
Yeah, sorry, that was my confusion.
Okay, no, the idea that I had, well, it doesn't matter what the idea that I had was that we didn't use it. I assume that I don't know if they would let 3 13-year-olds on the bus or not. I do not live in a city.
Yeah, no problem.
Okay, then I'm not in adult.
If you guys were like 9 or like younger, then it would be a problem. But like 3 13-year-olds, as long as you're quiet and not rowdy, it's all good.
Yeah, that's not a problem with us.
Yeah. Plus,
Okay,
Anya's on the tall side too.
Okay, so in that case, we can all slip into the ladies' room. They can shift, and I can come in and pick them up and their clothes, so we don't have random piles of clothes lying around. So I'll store the clothes in whatever backpack I was carrying, very carefully pick up the little bat and gently, like, there's probably an inner pocket in like those denim jackets of the era, and gently slide Jet's bat form into the inner pocket of the jacket.
And then what are you doing with the snake?
Are you a snake or are you going sparrow to
Oh, I thought the plan was
no, I mean just to get in the gate. You can change afterwards.
Oh, I was gonna say just put me in your backpack either way.
That could work. It might be a little cramped.
I was thinking it'd be more heavy for you if I was the snake, but
Yeah, it would definitely be a lot heavier, and the sparrow could just flutter in and nobody would pay attention to
yeah,
it.
okay, I'll just spare it. Can you like more? No, wait, you have to go. My only thought is like you have to go back to human form to morph to something else.
Well, once we get inside, it's a zoo. There's lots of vegetation.
Okay, sure.
All right.
So that's the plan. I'm just going to use my pass and walk on in the way I normally do.
All right. Any specific thing?
Yep.
Oh, I was
No,
just going to ask any specific thing like you do when you get in.
Check like it would be a ways from where like the employee entrance is to the main building, so I can rendezvous with the rest of the group behind like a copse of trees or something like that on the way.
All right.
And we can make whatever changes need to be made, and I can ask Jet what form that they would like to, what kind of forms would they like to find or acquire.
Yeah, so I think some kind of like small reptile that like a gecko or something that can climb walls.
Okay. That
I don't know why I didn't just make my character with enough morphs, but it's fine.
Because it's fun to get them in game.
It is.
Yeah, that's it.
Okay. Okay. So you want a small lizard, small gecko? Sure, we can find that. Anything else while we're here?
I think Jet's eyes kind of light up, and Jet says, "A monkey."
What kind of monkey? There are lots of different kinds of monkeys.
A tamarin.
Okay. Okay, tamarins are small and cute and relatively docile.
And a spider monkey.
Spider monkey might be more of a problem. At least based on the zoo that we and all of this is based on the zoo that we have here in my country. So because the way they keep spider monkeys is on an island in like a moat to prevent them from getting out. So getting over there while the zoo is still in operation mode is going to be a problem. So that one may have to wait, or we come back after hours, one or the other.
Yeah, I actually didn't realize the zoo was open.
It's 4:00 in the afternoon, and we'll be closed.
Right, it was said.
It's fine.
What time it was?
Okay. Yeah. So I think I'd have two things on based on what Jet has said. There are two things that I would probably stop by. Well, three including getting like a shirt, getting like a volunteer shirt for her, and just saying, yeah, she's a she's a newbie volunteer. Like I'm showing her how to handle people and stuff like that. So just one of my spare shirts from whatever locker that they give you to keep your belongings. Uh, dropping dropping Anya's snake form off in the ventilation ducts on the way over if we pass the main office. Here they have they keep tamarins relatively close to the public because they're so docile. So with a little fruit that they eat, it should be pretty easy to coax one close enough. And as for the gecko, most like some of the reptile houses here, at least the reptile house in this zoo, does those get to know this small harmless animal. So I can see who's scheduled or what animal is scheduled and get you like a leopard gecko or something like that, and we'll see how that goes. Okay.
Okay.
So let's drop Anya. Let's drop Anya's snake form. Anya, you want to swap to your snake form and hop in the backpack?
Ooh. Wait, I thought I was in the building doing stuff.
You will be because we just passed the gates and I'm reconfirming.
Oh yeah. Cool then. Cool.
Then
All right. For sort of dropping Anya's snake morph into the air vents, I am gonna have you roll because I don't know for sure how well surveyed
Certainly.
that place is.
What am I rolling?
Player chooses a skill which matches what their character is doing. I would say probably deceive, but if you have something else and you can justify it, by all means.
I'll take that.
All right.
Okay, I have 2 dice in deceive because this character is designed for that. So ability score of 2, I roll 2 dice, correct?
Yes.
Oh, thank God for that. Okay, one is a 4 and one is a 1. So I take the 4.
I think. Yeah, I guess you take the higher one.
Yeah, it says depending on the value of the highest result.
Highest. Okay.
So 4 is a partial success.
Yes. So after sort of fumbling to get the vent cover off because it's a zoo, it's designed so that small creatures such as snakes do not get into the vents. And
Burmese pythons are pretty big.
yeah, and someone, another person who works at the zoo just kind of like looks over and sees you like kneeling by the vent and just is like, what?
I thought I saw something dart in.
Okay, probably just go inside the office and let him know.
Yeah, I gotta check in anyway.
Okay,
and
have a good day. The person just goes. They're like, yeah, we trust you. I've seen you before.
Excellent. Okay, so I'll go inside, grab my get my spare volunteer shirt and tuck it in my bags or in whatever pack I'm using so that I can pass it off to Jet once I get her to her. Sorry, is that the correct pronouns?
Jet uses any pronoun.
Okay, so I can pass it to them later. And I guess just have you change to like a volunteer shirt once we're clear of people. And then which would be closer, the monkey or the gecko?
I would say probably the monkey.
Okay, then let's go get the monkey.
Because I'm guessing if those are rather friendly creatures that would kind of be a main attraction to like go and feed the cute little monkeys.
Yeah. There's probably bits of like apple and stuff outside that you can use to bait them closer.
All right. So I'm yeah, I get a piece of fruit and I try to entice a monkey to come closer to me.
So the monkey is very much interested in the piece of fruit and sort of bounces cheerfully over and starts like cautiously nibbling it out of your hand.
Hey, I'm going to try to acquire it. Can I just do I have to roll for when you touch a living animal and focus on it, you can acquire it. Once you have acquired an animal, you can morph it at will by focusing.
For this animal, I'm not going to say you need to roll because it's touching your hand, and once you think about acquiring it, it'll sort of calm down a bit more so that you can finish it, acquiring it.
Okay. Yeah, so I will add that to my list.
Okay, so as you acquire the monkey, it's sort of just kind of like calms, like droops a little, and then once you're done, it just sort of goes back to happily eating the fruit. And once it's done, it goes off to the next person who it can be cute in exchange for food.
I mean, it's a good gig.
Yes. So I'm going to jump to Anya now, and we can get back to Maddie and Jet and the gecko acquiring adventures in just a bit.
Great.
So Anya, what are you doing?
I'm just trying to go through the vents and see if I can see anything like unusual, possibly related to like the sharers or whatever they're called, like the yerks or whatever.
Sharing. Okay, so you can pick the skill if you technically you can pick them.
Can I make an argument for study?
Yeah. What's your argument?
The argument is, maybe like spending a bit of time around each opening and trying to analyze, like, okay, do I think based off my experiences with known yerk infested people, like, do I think anything like suspicious is up?
Okay, you can do that. If you're there much longer, I'll have you roll prowl at some point.
Okay. So that's 2. And these are D6s, right?
Yes.
Cool. I got a 6 and a 4.
Nice.
Okay, so a 4 being a partial success, and where would be the first place that you head?
Probably to whatever sort of staff lounge. I thought the 6 would be like the perfect though, right?
6 is a crit according to the rule set.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just want to make sure I know like where you're at.
Okay, yeah, going to like the staff lounge area first.
Yes. So while you're there, you see some people coming and going. You all are pretty well adapted at like working with your morph's abilities. So like hearing when you don't necessarily have ears, seeing whenever you don't necessarily have the type of eyes you're used to. You're pretty good at that. So you see sort of like the staff only version of that poster.
Ooh.
Saying, actually, you see a sort of staff only poster that's basically saying, like, why are these, it's anonymously printed, and it's basically saying, like, why are these people doing this? We have our own volunteer system set up. Like, what's the deal with that? And then you see one of the higher up zoo employees come in, they rip that poster off of the bulletin board, ball it up, and throw it into the trash.
What do they look like?
This person is one of average height. You cannot quite make out her badge, but she has brown hair pulled back into a bun and is wearing like kind of like a white lab coat, almost like vet, like what a veterinarian would wear. And you can tell that underneath that there are some like printed like scrubs, like Mickey Mouse print scrubs. And if you share that information with Maddie would know who she is specifically.
I will definitely share that information with Maddie whenever she comes back to get me.
All right. Quick question. No, I think you would be out of the range of thought speak if you're in the monkey. Yeah. So
how far, like for narrative purposes, does thought speak go?
Says in the book somewhere.
I don't have a way of searching them right now.
Well and worth, you can use thought speak to communicate telepathically with as many or as few people as you choose. You may broadcast to everyone around you, or you can target your speech to one or more specific people. Thought speak has a range farther than human speech, but within 50 yards.
Yeah, I don't think you'd be within 50 yards.
Or probably a bit further than that, but well.
Yeah, I mean, the information isn't.
Yeah,
super.
We'll communicate when I come to pick you up again. It won't be too long.
All right, so Jet and Maddie, you all are heading to the reptile house, correct?
Yep.
Yeah.
I'm going to take the volunteer entrance and excuse Jet's presence as, oh, new volunteer. They're having a look around, seeing how things normally go. Like harmless, mundane sort of stuff. And I would like to check I'm assuming there's like a board, like a whiteboard to see what needs to be done. If any animals are under the weather.
Yes, there is. What specific information are you looking for on that board?
Anything that would require like a cage cleaning or something that that I could handle, specifically in the gecko species, or like the anoles, the tree lizards.
All right. Just because I remember what anoles look like, you do see that the anole cage is due for cleaning.
No geckos on the list?
The geckos are listed as today they are in the sort of like the zoo equivalent of like the aquarium tank where they let you pet stingrays. So the geckos are there.
Okay. I look to Jet. The geckos are in the public area at the moment. We can easily switch shirts on you and you can just blend into the crowd and go, pick one up. Or you can pick up one, or I can get you to the anoles. They're little tree climbing lizards. It's your choice. but they don't stick to walls. Adults do not stick to walls.
Gecko.
Okay. I'm gonna find a public bathroom nearby the reptile house, and I'm assuming there would be one.
Yeah, there's one right inside the entrance.
And just nudge Jet in and be like, switch back to civilian shirt and pretend to be a tourist. And I'm just gonna go and start cleaning the anole cage, like while keeping an eye on Jet and making sure that she's okay.
All right. Jet, what are you gonna do?
Jet's gonna go to where the geckos are.
All right. So when you get there, there is a guy wearing like the classic like zoo khakis and everything, and there's a group of kids, and he's sharing like fun facts about geckos that I'm currently Googling, explaining how geckos can shed their tail naturally if a predator grabs them as a way to escape, how they're found on every continent but Antarctica, and he's just kind of going, and then like he pauses and sort of is like directing the kids on like how to touch the geckos like without scaring them.
Yeah, how old are these kids?
I would say 9, 10. They aren't like little children, but they're pretty young.
So I couldn't just like slip into this group and be like, I'm one of you. Remember me who's always been standing here?
No, but you could. There are other people besides like that group of.
Okay, so it's not like this is like a specific like field trip group that only them are allowed.
No, it's for everyone. The khaki guy is just.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna squeeze my way in there, and they're getting to touch the geckos, so I am gonna also, I assume, get to touch gecko. So that's what I will do.
Okay, and once again, this is actually 1 second. Okay, you are going to. Actually, yeah, no, I don't think you need to roll for this. It's a pretty calm gecko. So I think you can acquire it pretty easily.
I'm sorry. Did not mean to be yawning.
Oh, you're good. So you are acquiring the gecko. Maddie, you're cleaning the anole cage, right?
Yep. I'm just, clearing out poop, water, that sort of thing.
Doing her actual job here.
Yeah.
Valid. So yeah, you'll see Jet seems to have acquired the gecko, no problem. You kind of have to crane your neck a little to look past the school group, but
okay, that's great. I'm going to finish up my task, close up the cage, make sure everything is locked so that we don't have any escapees, and then kind of jerk my head to Jet like I'll meet you outside and head out. And we will go pick up Persephone. We'll go pick up. Sorry, I keep forgetting. We will go pick up Anya on the way out.
All right. So, did you all like coordinate exactly like about what time you would meet up, or like a signal for when Anya needs to head out and meet you guys up, or?
I think we would have coordinated a time as best as we could and said, we'll meet back here in like half an hour or something like that, because it doesn't take too long to get to fairly docile animals.
All right. So, Anya, are you at the meeting place at the time?
Yeah.
Okay.
Even before then, probably because of just like, oh, I got the thing, and then I went immediately back there, like, fuck. Maddie should know this.
Yes.
So, yep. Jet, can you watch out for other people here? And I'm gonna crouch down and pull up the edge of the vent just a little, enough that that Anya's snake form can slither out, and I will load the snake back into my backpack.
Does it feel carrying an extra 150 pounds?
Not great.
Plus our clothes.
But to be fair, I've probably wrangled your snake form enough times that it's not that big of a deal. You're heavy, but I'm not like I won't be able to move with you. Okay, so yeah, I'm just gonna, because I'm going to act exactly like I belong here, and just if I see anyone on the way, just be like, hey, sorry, I have to rush off. My parents unexpectedly called me. Typical teenager. Ugh, parents so inconsiderate.
All right, great. So you'll start heading back. Do you do any demorphing before, or
back into the bathroom? I think to let Anya unshift. And hand her back her clothes.
Thank you.
No problem. Let's talk about this when we're back in safe places.
all right? So do you all head back to the roller rink?
I guess so, because I'm assuming that's where the boys would have gone.
Eventually.
Because Jet's going back there anyway to go home, so.
Scott, Helio, would you guys have gone back to the roller rink, or did you guys make any stops along the way? Or
Helio, this one's on you.
I mean, after figuring out that there really wasn't much except for
there's a power struggle.
Yeah, I probably end up changing back and went to the convenience store for like a drink and some snacks.
all right, cool.
Yeah, I think that's about it.
Okay. So we can, unless anyone else has anything, we can kind of skip back to the guys are already there, just sort of doing whatever you guys were doing. And then the other group shows up and goes through. I'm guessing you guys have like kind of a secret entrance, like a door that looks like it's closed off or something that you can sort of go in and out of discreetly. So you go in that way, and now you are all back together.
In my mind, there's like a skylight up above or something. And so we... Because almost all of us can get up there pretty easy.
Sounds good. So, how did it go?
I think there's some sort of like power struggle or something. It seemed like he was threatening the big mucky muck.
Also, like, your manager is one of them. Or, I don't know, some lady with, like, a bun and weird Disney scrubs.
Maddie, you would know that she is the head veterinarian for the zoo.
Oh, for fuck's sake. That's me as a player, not the character.
Yeah.
Maddie!
You said a swear word.
All those times of hearing me curse while I was struggling, she finally picked it up from me. I'm so proud.
Helio's over there like, I'm so proud.
I feel like whenever Jet like first learned about curse words, because surprise, Jet's an alien. For folks watching, I never remembered to say that. I feel like whenever Jet first heard a curse word, they like said it nonstop for a week after, and then like not like literally nonstop, but like tried to pepper it in as much as they could for a week after, then got bored of it.
Amazing.
And Helio was just like, you need more variety here.
Yeah.
Let me teach you everything I know.
While all this is happening, I'm just in the corner, like just pounding Sunkist orange soda and Jack Link's jerky. That's all that's
Heck yeah.
happening.
We got gushers.
The lady that you saw is the head vet. That's a serious problem. She has clearance to pretty much to literally every animal in that zoo, including the really big, dangerous ones.
But maybe positive is that there was a poster there that she tore down that seemed to indicate that some of the staff don't really like the sharing. So maybe that's something? I don't know.
Are you sure she's a controller, or did she just tear down the sharing poster?
She tore down the poster that the other staff had put, like, why are they even here? We have our own volunteers already on. So I kind of assumed.
Yeah, that bugger. Scott, you were saying there was a power struggle? What?
Yeah, the dude, he
Ken.
insulted her and she got pissed off and hung up.
He insulted who? The subvisor?
Yeah.
I don't know how you say that, but
You said it right.
I don't know.
Yeah,
I
he
always-
said that she didn't know anything about tactics and that he was gonna take over.
So this zoo idea is his idea.
Apparently.
Okay.
Which almost makes Helio's idea the best one we got.
Which is to go in and maul him?
I mean, isn't it?
The question is, who are we mauling? The most effective, at least my preferred way, would be to turn them against each other and they're already turning against each other, and just let them fight it out and kill themselves. That way it saves us some effort. But I don't know if that's going to be possible. And
I mean, I'm not exactly the brains of this group, so whatever you guys think is better.
If we kill him, then she's just going to find another minion to take his place.
So
But we
why?
also need to stop whatever they're doing at the zoo, because we do not want them with access to big, dangerous forms.
So why don't we capture him and turn him over on our side?
Starve the thing out?
Will you repeat that?
Were you thinking of starving it out?
No, turn him to our side. Basically, we say we want to help him. We quote unquote help him. Get to the subvisor, take out subvisor, and take him out in the process.
What?
Oh.
I do want to point out, out of character, one of our guiding principles we chose as a team was that we, how was it phrased?
Try to free them if possible.
Try to free everyone we can. So
from existence.
So yeah, I do think it would make sense to like capture him and try to starve out the Yerk.
Do we know when? I don't. It's what, every 3 days, isn't it?
Yes,
Yeah.
every 3 days they have to
And
go
when was
to
the last meeting?
Can you ask that again?
Like, do we know when he last went to the pool?
Would any of you have been keeping an eye on him, like before this?
I mean, if we already knew he was in charge of the sharing.
I think we would have been if we knew he was higher ranked. We would have at least kept an eye.
I think as much as we can. There's other people about, but when we had the time, I'd assume one of us kind of keep tabs.
All right, so whoever
I think Jet most likely, because Jet has the most time on their hands.
All right, I would say I'm gonna have you roll for that. What do you think?
Roll for.
Yeah, I would say maybe survey, but if you'd prefer something else.
What are we rolling for?
Basically, that your surveillance of him in the past went well and that you were able to.
That we know when he fed last, basically.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah, that's survey, which I have a 0 in. So I'm assuming if this works like regular Forged in the Dark, that is 2d6 and take the lower.
Yes.
So that is a 2.
No, we have no idea then.
Yep. He went into the mall, and as far as you know, there is not a Yerk pool in the mall, but you sort of lost track because it was indoors.
Fine. The other alternative, and this might well result in him getting killed, is we pretend to be on his side and then basically turn him or show the subvisor that, hey, look, your guy is trying to backstab you. He can't be trusted. You should probably deal with this. That will probably get him killed.
Maybe that's more of a long-term play. I think what could arguably be more important, especially in containing the Yerks, would be to deal with this whole recruitment thing that he's got going on first, and then deal with long-term stuff.
I mean, they don't want to be exposed any more than we do, if not more so. Because, where is the orientation supposed to be held? At the zoo?
The orientation
Sharing center.
is at the sharing center, yes.
Okay.
What if we like capture. What am I trying to say? We capture someone in the sharing, maybe not Ken, and one of us assumes their form, and we go to the orientation under the guise of someone who's already in the sharing. And then yeah.
So more information gathering is what you're saying.
Well, and also then they'd like just tell us their plan, right?
Yes. But first we'd have to do a kidnapping.
That part could go horribly wrong.
Yeah, but I mean, isn't that kind of par for the course?
Let's not tempt fate just yet.
Okay, so there's the possibility that, or the very likelihood possibility that the head vet is with the Yerks, but what about, is there anybody like over her head that maybe we could try to talk to and be like, no, that this other group is a bad idea?
Possibly.
I would say that there would be other sort of like high-ranking people at the zoo, like the person who coordinates volunteer stuff, and like, I don't know if zoos have like CEOs, but whatever, like the nonprofit equivalent.
PR would be involved if an outside organization wanted to volunteer. I think Maddie would have a fairly good relationship with the person who, like the volunteer coordinator, given that she's been there for a while and is a like reliable volunteer. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Out of character, who's your uncle or aunt who works at the zoo you had mentioned?
I was going to leave that to the GM to decide what they were doing, but I was assuming they were somewhere in the vet staff.
Because one of us could probably get their form really easy and like at least find out something about who's above. Or if they're above, that simplifies everything.
I wonder if it will be possible to like make the sharing look bad. You know, say they're, you know, terrible people, animal abusers or whatever. And, you know, just
Is this in character? Because I have a
yes,
very bad
absolutely.
idea. Well, we could always, you know, be morphed in front of them and have them attack us. Because they totally do that. And we just look like animals after the morph. We just would need like a camera.
Okay. And I would imagine, I think it would have to be a relatively normal looking animal that they were attacking, not one of the mega predators.
Yeah,
that counts me out if that's the case.
I have a border collie morph.
Go ahead.
I have a border collie morph.
Oh. Out of character, the ADHD toddler of the dog world, yes.
But it's so adorable.
They are.
Yeah, are they gonna kick puppies?
That could work.
But
I have a house cat form, so.
Oh. Either.
Yeah. Well, then the question is, we have to some way alert to them that it's us. Like, we have to, like, let ourselves get found out so that they attack us then.
Yeah, whichever thing we'll use probably will need to ditch. Because they'll start wondering about it.
I mean, I can literally just acquire another cat.
You know, if you have the cat go in and be all uncat-like, go write something in the dirt or something like that, and I think they'll probably put two and two together.
I mean, we could straight up thought speak to them like threats, like, we're here to take you down.
I'm a bloody house cat.
I mean, have you met my cat? Depending on the cat, that's probably what they're thinking.
That's probably true.
Yeah.
Out of character, I'm just thinking of Salem from Sabrina the Teenage Witch.
Yes! Snarky little bastard.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, we could possibly do that, and that would, you know, discredit them. The other problem is they may decide to, instead of like hitting you, to try and capture you. And that is a huge problem.
That's why we need other people around too, to like make it dangerous for them to just try and grab the cat.
But then they wouldn't attack either.
Yeah. It's a good idea. I think it might need a little more work, but it feels like getting a different form, getting a random person's form, and just going into this orientation like you're interested could be a good way to get more information, or just a face that they don't recognize.
I have a really dangerous and stupid idea.
Go on.
One of us could get Kin's form, and we could kick the puppy.
I don't like this idea. I don't want it.
Well, we could stage a fight, not kick an actual puppy, but we could stage a fight between each other.
Yeah. No, not kicking a real puppy. Do you guys think of that bad of me?
The problem is getting Ken's form. He's dangerous.
Or what about the head veterinarian's form?
That's a possibility.
That's something you could do, and then you could just kick one of us and somebody else could take a Polaroid of it, because this is the 90s.
But if it was the head veterinarian, that wouldn't discredit the sharing, because she's not known to be associated with them.
But if the rest of the people don't like them already, we have to find out if the vet's the only one pushing for it.
Okay. It sounds like we might have to. The orientation's in 2 days, starting from today, I would assume, because it's getting on evening. So if I go in for my volunteer shift like normal, I can hang around. I always hang around the vet's office anyway because my uncle's there. So they won't think anything is unusual. I can listen in, get some more information. What about the rest of you? Maybe I don't want to suggest anybody sneak into the sharing center. That is dangerous.
Yeah, I would prefer not to.
Yeah.
Okay, out of character, Jet is gonna say they're not gonna sneak into the sharing center.
Oh no.
Is she at least going to talk to a couple of the others who are stupid enough to go with her? No,
Yes.
This is out of character. I shouldn't use that high voice. Sorry.
Oh, jeez.
Oh, I need more water.
Okay. I'll pay attention to what's going on in the vet room. And if you guys have any ideas, call me. And for God's sake, don't do anything stupid.
Of course not.
We would never.
All right. So, is it break? Is it? I think now's a good time.
Yes.
We sort of got the plan worked out. Do you want me to read my thing now, or do you have something? All right, cool. We want to give a quick shout out to our amazing patrons, especially those in the host with the most tier for making the channel possible. So huge love to Donald G, Nerdy T, Michelle E, Abigator, Andy T, and Anino, our top tier patrons. And side quests will be back in about 10 minutes after a quick break.
Today. If you get a second during break, you should check out one of our amazing
Oh, sorry,
sponsors.
Nick, I just saw
We're
your
now
thing in
proudly
chat.
sponsored by Roll20, the best virtual tabletop for all your role-playing needs. Over 4 million people
After
use
these messages.
Okay.
There we go.
and with
The
more
rest of it
modules
back.
than
Oh,
you
in
can
the
shake a
Twitch.
stick at on their new revamped storefront, you'll definitely find something for your group to enjoy. Sign up today by clicking the link below or heading to roll20.net/start/WTTP. Tabletop Loot is an amazing place to get your dice bags, dice boxes, and more. And now you can get 15% off your purchase at tabletoploot.com by using the code WTTPDICE at checkout. Tabletop Loot. Your party starts here. While you're at it, check out our so awesome merch store, So Nerdware. So Nerdware is the place to find all your Welcome to the Party merch and other amazing stuff too. Head on over to sonerdware.com and use the code WELCOME at checkout to get 10% off your next purchase. So Nerdware. It's what the nerds wear. Devin Rue, the amazing mistress of maps, has kindly supported the channel since the beginning and provides graphics for many of our streams. Head on over to rueinc.com to check out some of the best fantasy cartography on the web. Our Patreon supports the creators and producers of the channel by providing Roll20 subscriptions, cost coverage for video hosting, and more. If you want to support the channel while getting podcasts a week early, gaming articles that are published on Patreon first, a shout out during our break, and more, head on over to patreon.com/welcomepartyrpg and throw us a buck or $5. And last, but certainly not least, help out the party. Subs and bits not only support the stream, but also every 500 bits or a tier 1 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a reroll or system equivalent, and every 1000 bits or tier 2 sub gives a player or DM of your choice a crit or system equivalent. Thanks again for hanging out with us today. The game will be back in just a few minutes.
Let's all go to the
Oh. Hello. We're back. This is Idiot Teenagers of Death Wish on side quests at Welcome to the Party. And we just left off where everyone was sort of making their plans for exactly how they're going to do that. Was there anything else you would like to add to the planning stage, or?
Not for me. At least not in character.
Okay. In that case, there were people who wanted to sort of go off and do a thing, right?
Oh yeah.
All right, so let's start with that, and then we can move into other people going home if they are not going on the mystery mission of danger.
I assume I have left already because I don't think Jet would bring this up with Maddie still in the room.
Makes sense. Did you have anything that you wanted to do on your way or at your house?
Researching into the head vet, finding out a little more information about her, seeing maybe calling up my uncle and saying, "Hey, is she okay? She looked really stressed when I saw her earlier at the zoo. Is everything all right?" That sort of thing.
He will tell you that from what he knows, she's fine. She just really disagrees. She thinks that the sharing being volunteers is a good idea. And from what your uncle says, it seems like he agrees with the head vet that the sharing volunteers coming in would be a good idea.
Right. I'm not going to argue with him, but just say, okay, I guess, and then leave it at that. And meanwhile, make mental notes to let the rest of the group know that this is potentially a huge problem.
All right. Then back at the abandoned roller rink. The plan thing.
So we doing a murder or nah?
I don't think that was necessarily the plan.
I think we're gonna try the kidnapping sneak-in deal. Well, sneaking in first, and then we'll see what happens.
Yeah, I didn't. Jet's idea was just to get into the sharing headquarters and see what they could investigate.
I mean, that's fair too. Honestly, I just figured we'll have issues on the tail end of that. Wait, what time is it?
You're muted.
Sorry, I was about to bring that up. It's probably about, let's say, 6. So it might be time for some of you to go home, if
Shoot.
applicable.
I have to go home or else I'll never be allowed out again. But I'll try and get over to the center after I can sneak out. You guys do what you have to do, though.
Thanks to being part of a ton of sports teams, I kind of have free reign to be in and out of the house. I guess I'm going.
So Jet is not gonna go like without Scott. So, I assume we just wait around for Scott to sneak back out.
Yeah, I mean, basically, I have
Meet
to eat
us up
dinner.
somewhere.
All right. Anya, do you have any needing to go home?
Probably, yeah. Although I would prefer not to do the sneaking in thing, especially not without telling Maddie.
Okay, so it's up to you on whether or not you go or whether you just head home.
I just head home.
All right. Anything that you'd like to do there or on the way?
You want company?
No, not particularly. I'm good, thank you.
All right. Scott, anything particular you have plans at home or?
After he eats dinner, he's going to call Maddie's house until he eventually gets just the answering machine, hanging up if he gets an actual person. And then he's going to let her know what's going on the answer. Oh no, it's the answering machine. No, he's going to it's early 2000s. I'm going to send her an email. She'll check it sometime tonight. We went to the place. Gonna look around inside. Let you know what we'll find.
Do I? If I was looking up the veterinarian, I probably was on the internet. Email comes in, send a message back saying, "Okay, be careful," like bolded, underlined, all caps, and like in noticeably larger font than everything else. And then underneath it says something. Uncle might not be feeling well. I'll let you know.
Okay. And then after a little bit, when my parents are like watching TV and stuff, I'm gonna go study, and then I'll probably head to bed. I've got a big thing from Sunday school, and I got this test. It's really important.
I'm going to ask that you roll deceive.
Okay, I get one whole die for that because I do have a point in it. I'm actually going to push. We haven't done that yet, so it'll be exciting.
Oh.
Ooh.
I know it's not called pushing, but that's the first thing that goes to my brain because of other games.
It says push yourself. So.
Oh, it is push yourself. Okay. So I'm going to push myself.
All right. For that, you would take 2 stress, and as a result, you can gain 1d6 or an effect.
I'm going to just take the d6. So I
Okay.
get 2 of them because that's way better. It's like double my chances even. And I got a 5 and a 2, so I'm decently happy I took the second die.
All right.
And let me
So
put my
we'll
stress
say
in.
Emily is also down there watching TV, and she just gives you like this look of like,
Oh no, I had to lie to my sister?
Oh.
yeah, a mix of like disappointment and just like a little fed up with. She's younger, right?
She's my older sister, but she's...
Well, in this case, disappointment and a little fed up with your 13-year-old angst.
Oh, yeah. She's my confidant of the family. This is terrible. I have to lie.
Oh.
Now I feel bad, but you gotta do what you gotta do. I'll leave a note saying, Emily, don't worry. I'll be back before Mom and Dad will check on us later. Love you.
Aww.
And then I'm going to become a chipmunk and scurry down the side of my house. Well, open my window and scurry down. For some reason, the parents didn't design the windows so a chipmunk couldn't escape out of them.
So, how do you make your way back to the roller rink?
I'm going to, after I get down the block a little ways, I'm going to change back to a human and turn into one of the birds and fly that way.
All right. Helio, Jet, is there anything that you guys would have done while you were at the roller rink?
Quick question. You said this in the early 2000s. How early 2000s are we talking? Like 05 or
I was thinking
before?
2002 to 05.
Okay. Between that time, you're gonna see me playing a video game. I'm playing Pokemon right now.
Heck yeah.
That's what I'm doing.
Awesome. Great choice.
I'm on my I'm on my my 13th badge. No, wait. Yeah, 13th badge right now. Because I'm playing Pokemon Gold. And
I was going to ask.
Yeah, and I'm dealing with the Kanto region right now. And I'm noticeably struggling.
Aren't there only 8 badges?
Not in gold and silver.
Oh, in gold.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. In gold and silver, you get 16 badges. Yeah. So I'm dealing with that, and I'm being irate a bit because I keep losing to Lieutenant Surge, the bane of my existence.
This sounds like it's coming from a personal trauma.
Listen, you gotta understand. In real life, I was playing Pokemon Heart Gold, and Lieutenant Surge is still a bane in my existence. Everyone else, I can scrape. Him, not so much. He scrapes me, and I hate it.
Jet is gonna ask if she can try.
Yeah, I'll hand it over and I'll show you my Pokemon. I'll give Jet like a quick tutorial of like what to do, and be like, here you go, have fun. I'll probably like end up like seeing if I have any like missed messages on my psychic. Because I saved up for that phone. I was like a $200 phone at the time back then. Yeah,
gotta get them Nokia.
So I'm probably just scrolling through my messages, seeing if I got any, and answering a few of those, and getting a couple of like notes about like the homework and so on, so I could complete it when I get the time to, because outside of a couple of subjects, I suck at the rest. Usually I have Maddie or Scott to help me, but they're not around. So I do the best that I can.
Jet is going to roll hack to try to beat Lieutenant Surge.
Go for it.
Nice.
I love this so much.
That's a 4, baby.
Yes.
Oh wait, that's a mixed success, right? For a 4.
Mm-hmm.
How many dice did you get for that?
Just 1. I just have 1 in hack. I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
Wait, let me double check. Yeah, I have 1 in hack and 2 in tinker.
So basically what ends up happening is you beat Lieutenant Surge, but the battery dies out, so it doesn't count. And I didn't. And
oh no,
basically you didn't get a chance to save.
Oh, that's the worst.
Yeah, let's go with that.
That is the worst.
I hand you back the dead Game Boy, and I'm like, I beat your game for you. You're welcome.
Thanks. Thanks. Did you save it at least? Going by that expression, I'm gonna go with no. That's fine.
Oh,
So I'm gonna rummage
I
through
feel
my
that
bag.
pain right here.
I'm gonna rummage through my bag to see if I got any extra batteries to replace it.
Is it a regular Game Boy or a Game Boy Color?
It's a Game Boy Color. It's
Okay.
a purple Game Boy Color.
So then it's likely you have batteries because those regular ones took like 8 or 12 batteries or some shit.
Yeah, back then it was just the 2 AA's and it was fine. But at that time, I didn't scrounge the $24 to get the rechargeable batteries at the time, so I had to constantly deal with either Rayvac or Duracell because Energizer bunnies were a lie at the time.
So I'm assuming Scott shows up soon.
There he goes.
My sister was up. Maddie says hi, and she thinks this is a great idea.
Nice. Got endorsement from the leader.
Oh, I'm surprised. I didn't tell her because I thought she would think it was a bad idea. So I'm glad you told her, and now it's a good idea.
Oh no, the leader's always supportive. It's cool.
Oh,
So supportive.
would it be mean if I made you roll deceive?
Oh, that was meant to be sarcastic, but no, because I think it's way funnier than it didn't come across.
Hey, roll deceive.
That is a 3, which doesn't do me any good.
Okay, you all pick up on Maddie's probably not okay with this.
Oh, you were doing a human funny lie.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah, sort of, kind of. She did say to be careful. That's kind of like saying it's okay. These are self-lies.
All right. So how far away is the sharing?
I would say, let's just say it would take an hour on, let's say it would take 45 minutes on the bus route. You all can probably fly there in 30 minutes. The community center and the roller rink are kind of far apart, like grid street wise, but if you drew a straight line, you can get there somewhat quickly.
So Jet will have a big eagle to protect us. Actually, how dark is it now?
It's probably getting kind of dark. Well, is it summer or is it like?
That's why I was asking.
Yeah.
The GM. I was doing the voice, but
no, it's during the school year, and it probably is getting dark about now. I'm guessing, Scott, you were stuck at the house for a while eating dinner and stuff.
Okay, so I'm gonna go owl instead of my little bird then. That way the other two can actually see me and I can guide us better. Because daybirds do not see well in the dark.
Well, I'm a bat.
That's right. You're a bat.
All right, so you all have your morphs. Helio, how are you getting to the sharing center?
I was thinking about it, and I'll probably go back to like my eagle form and just fly over there.
All right.
Yeah.
So the three of you are flying over to the sharing headquarters then? All right.
Yep, because this is a great idea.
Do you have a plan for what you're going to do when you get there, or is it just going to happen as it happens?
Well, let me take a look at the list of types of plans we can have.
Out of character, Jet, I'm assuming Jet, or in character, he's assuming Jet has the plan. His plan is to go in there and sneak around and see stuff.
So, I think the plan. Would the center be open at this time?
No, it's getting pretty late, but you all do know that it is guarded 24/7.
Okay. The what if Julio, that's your name, right?
Helio, yeah.
Helio, sorry, not Julio. Causes a distraction outside with one of his morphs, and the guards go to check that out, and then we sneak in.
I'm turning into a bear and I'm pooping on somebody's car.
All right then.
You guys.
The
I turned my back for 1 hour.
the parking lot has like your standard just like cameras, and upon seeing that, people come outside looking. They are not sure if you're one of the bandits. This seems a little more just like an animal being an animal. So they're sort of like trying to make like loud noises to scare you off.
I roar at them, be like, "Can I get some privacy?"
Quick question: do you thought speak say get some privacy?
No, okay. So while I'm roaring, it's just bear noise, but in my mind, I'm telling them, "Let me get some privacy."
So you are thought speaking to them.
Yeah.
In which case, they pull out their Tricon beams and start shooting.
And the murder begins.
I mean, they have like pretty stormtrooper aim, so you can pick what action you want to do and go for it.
So while the guards like ran out of the building to do that, to confront him, I flew in my bear form. Or not my bear form, my bat form. I don't have a bear form.
All right, Scott?
I'm going to pretty much immediately turn around once a shooting starts. But for now, I'm going to go in with I think I'm going to do the raccoon. It's a little big, but it has the paws to help open doors and stuff.
All right.
and I'm good at sneaking.
First of all, Helio, you're up.
Okay.
There are controllers shooting at you.
So what I learned, so I learned when I morph into a megafauna predator, I get a +1d to all intimidation checks. So what I'm gonna do is I want to slash at one of them, and after the slashing, so basically I'm gonna do a savage, right? And then I'm gonna roar at them to basically make them extra frightened.
Okay. I think that would be skirmish for the actions.
Yep.
All right.
2d6s. Awesome. I got a 5 and a 5.
All right. That is a partial success. So you do manage to scare the majority of them away, but actually you scare all of them away except for one person, and you can catch a flash of blonde hair as he ducks behind the car, and you recognize him as Ken.
Ooh.
Awesome. I think what I'll probably end up doing is while he's under there, I want to drag him out, and I want to like bear punch him in the face to like knock him out.
All right. I guess roll skirmish again.
Cool.
He's still shooting at you, so you'll need to be a little dodgy, but
Yeah, I know, but I got a 66.
Dang, you got both
okay,
sixes?
so
Yeah.
Damn.
go ahead, describe what you do to poor Ken.
So you said he was ducking under the
Like behind the car, like here's like the hood of the car, and he's like, pew
Yeah.
pew.
Yeah, so
Pew,
basically what
pew.
happened is I ended up flanking him, and when I got on top of him, I just bashed him over the head with my paw just to like knock him down.
Yeah,
and,
I
like,
think
his head hit the
he's
floor.
out pretty cold at this point.
Yeah.
While he's doing this, I'm desperately finding a phone as soon as I heard them open fire. So where's the reception desk?
Where did you guys enter from?
That's on Jet. I don't pick a locks.
We entered from wherever they exited from, because my plan was just to slip in the door when they opened it.
Oh.
Okay, then the main entrance, the reception desk is right there. There's
Perfect.
a phone.
I'm going to try and dial a phone as a raccoon because it takes time for us to exit morphs.
Mm-hmm. Okay, raccoons have hands, right?
They
Yeah.
do.
Okay.
They have little hands.
Yeah, that's
I'm
why I
gonna-
picked the raccoon form.
Yeah, I'm
They have
gonna
a
say,
really dexterous
yeah, as a
one.
raccoon, you can totally call
Okay.
Maddie.
I'm gonna go with Maddie, I think.
But you're still a raccoon.
Yes.
Yeah, that's the part that I'm very confused about.
It's gonna be great. Just go with it.
There's
Just
going to be
let-
some chittering.
Just let him hear the noise of the firing, the shoots, and the chittering go on.
Yep.
Is that what you?
So I'm gonna call Maddie, who happens to pick up.
Yeah, I'm the only one at home, so I answer the phone.
And the sounds of Dracon beams are firing in the background.
And that one bear roar.
Yeah, there's just a barrel just
So whatever the hell kind of noise a bat makes.
squeaking, high pitched squeak.
Very, very high pitch.
On the other end, it just goes, "Do not leave that place, and don't die." And I'm gonna hang up and I'm gonna call Anya as quick as I can and go, they went to the center, let's go. And I'm gonna pop open my window, take owl form, and fly there as fast as I possibly bloody can.
And I will go there in sparrow form.
And then real quick, since we can communicate telepathically, Jet, are you going to go search for stuff? I should probably make sure they don't, like, flank him or something.
Yeah, so, now that we're inside, Jet is, going to morph, back to human and, check out the computer behind the reception desk. I'm assuming there's a computer behind the reception desk. Check out some kind of piece of technology at the reception desk.
Oh, God.
What am I doing? Where did my thing go? I have too many tabs open. When you hack a system, you may also ask a question about the owner or location of the system as if you had rolled a 6 on gather information. So I'm going to try to hack into that computer using my hack. Which is a 6.
Nice.
All right. You're in. What's your question?
I'm in. My question, first I gotta find how gather information works.
I have it here. It's ask a specific question. If it's common knowledge, the GM will answer truthfully. If not, make an action roll to find the answer. I would say you rolled a 6, so
yeah.
1.
So the question is, how do we get to the Yerk pools from here?
I would say you know for a fact that there is one under the library, and that's one of the main entrances. There is also a Blockbuster that's an entrance. And
oh, man.
Oh, I guess I was kind of assuming there was an entrance in the sharing headquarters.
Oh, well, yeah, there is.
Okay. Yeah, well, my intent was to find how to get into it through where we are.
Yeah, you can figure that out. It's down the hallway, down a floor, janitor closet.
Okay.
Your pool entrance.
Okay. Yeah.
Oh, no.
Gonna head that way.
Hey, Helio. You okay out there?
I'd like to assume at some point one of the tranks actually did hit me.
The Dracon beam. So you basically have like a phaser or blaster wound, but you're a bear. So
They burned off my hairs. That's what they did.
yeah, if you need to, you can morph and demorph to basically heal any damage. Just keep in mind cameras.
So what I'll probably end up doing is I'll go into the building where everyone else is in, and I'll like morph back, and I'll tell them, well, they shot me in the arm, so that sucked, but I'm doing okay now.
Take the Rolodex. We want to know everyone they call. This little raccoon, he's pointing. Also, take the phone. They can like dial what star 61 or whatever it is and figure out who I called.
You can like just smash it. I'm guessing it's a relatively just regular human tech.
Yeah, I'm again a
Level.
raccoon at the moment, so he can do it, but
So we're all in agreement of me smashing this thing?
I mean, I don't think we have to call anyone.
All right, smash it is. Yeah. And just breaks it over the desk.
Which out of character, I think they can just plug in a new phone and still figure out the number I called, but I'm pretty sure I have no idea how that works in character. So
For the sake of this, once you smash the phone, the information is gone.
Yeah,
sake of this.
in this day and age, once the device is gone, that's it.
Yeah.
All right. So what's next on the agenda? So I knocked out Ken. He was one of the people that was shooting at me. Just wanted to give you guys a heads up about that.
I don't know where Jet went, but we should like take all this stuff. I think that Maggie and Anya will probably want to go through it later.
Okay. So what I'll probably end up doing is, how much stuff is it, by the way? Like, is it like a
What
lot of stuff?
Specifically, are you guys looking for?
He was just planning to open whatever file cabinets were there and take the stuff in them and take the Rolodex.
Okay, so
Rolodex.
The Rolodex we're just gonna steal. The filing cabinet, I figure we'll have to break open.
All right. Is it the filing cabinet at the front desk that you guys are looking at?
Yep.
Do you break it open or?
I mean, yeah, that was my plan.
Okay.
I can attempt to pick the lock, but I'm not actually that great at it.
You're good. Yeah, if you break in, since this is the front desk, it's all just like very like generic, dry, like regular, like nonprofit documents.
Okay, so yeah, just the Rolodex then. If we look in and there's nothing interesting, should we? Do you want to just like steal everything you can, and I'll wait for the others, and then we can move Kitty Boy somewhere?
I mean, I can move Ken with no problem. It's outside of the Rolodex, what's really there to steal, unless
I meant like in the back room somewhere. I assume they actually have like stuff somewhere. Maybe that's where Jet went.
Actually, you know what? Take the Rolodex with you. Go hang out with Ken, right? I'll go find Jet. In the meantime, well, then afterwards, I have a little extra plan that I'm gonna set on my own. When I see it, I'll do it.
I like it.
All right. So take the Rolodex.
Yeah, I'll grab the Rolodex and turn back into a person.
Yeah.
I'll go under the table and then kind of like try to hide my face in case I see any of the cameras.
Lovely GM, where is the main control room?
Did you guys Chet, did you share any of the information you found out with them?
Oh. I think I would have indicated to Scott where I was headed. Sorry, I didn't make that clear.
Okay, then I would have told him too.
Okay.
She went that way and down the hall and to the right.
All right. So I'll follow those instructions. When I meet up with Jet, I'm like, "Did you find what we were looking for?" Because I've already have Ken handled.
Sorry, I said, well, I found something. I found a way into the Yick pool. So I figured I'd just,
Ain't it?
sneak on in there. And before so you said the entrance was in a janitor's closet?
Yeah, basically, you go into the janitor's closet, and then there's like another door, and
Yeah.
there's stairs and an elevator down to the Yerk pool.
Yeah, so I'm going to morph into my Hork-Bajir form.
Would you like to describe what a Hork-Bajir looks like for the benefit of those watching?
Sure. So I am about 6 feet tall. I'm going to look up Hork-Bajir on Seropedia.
Oh, I mean, I can explain it if you want.
Like a living blender.
Yeah, I look essentially a big scary dinosaur with lots of blades on my body. And this was once my true form, but through Alamist shenanigans, I became a human. So now my original form is relegated to a morph. And the Hork-Bajir are a peaceful vegetarian people, but due to their blades and such, which on their home planet they use to scrape bark and stuff from trees to eat, or leaves from trees to eat, turns out those things are also great for killing. So that's what the Hork-Bajir do when they're controlled by Yerks. And that's what I was doing until I got saved. And now I'm headed into the fray.
All right. Helio, are you still a bear?
Still a bear.
All right.
And for the audience out there, not that type of bear, because I know where dirty minds are going, and I might have that.
Oh, God.
You're 13.
I wasn't even.
The internet doesn't care.
All right. So, are you both heading down there? And what is your objective?
So my objective is to try to that's a good question. I didn't think this far. I don't think Jet thought this far either.
Well, what are you going to do?
Helio has
down
an
there?
objective.
How
So-
close are Anya and I? How far away are we?
If you want, you can be getting there about now. you see a raccoon next to.
I became an emu, actually.
Okay, you see an emu next to the unconscious body of Ken. And it looks like there's been some Dracon beams fired, and if you had a nose, you would smell burnt bear hair.
You see the expression on the owl face is just the most exasperated owl you have ever seen in your life.
This wasn't my fault. I just was here to steal their paperwork.
I give him a look and then hop down behind one of the cars, shift back, and just go, let's secure him, like tie him up or something and stuff him in a closet so we can come back for him without, people. Without.
I have a horse, Morph. You could just put him on me.
Okay, but we might need you because I don't know where the other two are.
They went to the pool.
Oh, for goodness sake. This was not what I meant when I said be careful. You realize this.
I told them you said that.
Your boy can't be stopped.
What is the equivalent of an insight check?
I did tell them you said be careful.
Study, I guess.
Wait, let me look.
I just eye him for just look at him and go, we are going to have a talk after this. And then go, okay, which way they go? We need to get him secured and we need to get down there so they don't die.
Well, he went that way, and then I'll tell the path that I was told.
Okay.
And then I too will go behind a car. Actually, I'll kind of drag Ken behind a car more, and then go behind the car and morph back to a person so that I can get him onto a horse.
Yeah, I'll help load him on first. Anya, can you hear the other two? Can you ask them where they are?
Wait, so am I being loaded stuff onto, or am I doing the pit
you were
thing?
loading
Yes.
onto you as a horse.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I can as well as any of you can.
I'm not in a shifted form at the moment, so it would be much quicker if you were.
Yeah. Hey, Jet or Helio, are you like alive or anything?
Yeah, man, we cool.
Valid question.
Are we close enough to? Are we in range?
Yeah.
All right, then yeah, my response still stands. Yeah, man, we cool.
Yeah. I say. Yeah, we're I got a plan. Don't worry.
Is the plan getting out of there? Because it would be great if you got out of there, like now.
We have a hold on. I know, but we have a thing we're gonna do. Well, I have a thing I'm gonna do. I'm just helping Jet on their thing, and then I'm gonna do my thing. A lot of things is going around.
Can you just do your thing quickly?
Helio said he had a plan. I'm sure it's really
What
good.
plan? What is this plan?
He didn't want to share.
So
You know what? We better go make sure he doesn't get his ass handed to him.
It's your boy.
So my actual plan is to go in there and like try to see if I can pass for controller, if anyone will spill any information to me.
Ooh.
All right. You can.
And then my plan B is to fuck shit up if that doesn't work.
There we go. That's what I was waiting for.
All All right. First of all, Jet, what do you want to roll for trying to pass yourself off as a controller and get information?
Deception.
All right. Roll deceive.
That would be my. Where did I? I've got a 1 in deceive. I'm gonna actually push myself to get a second one. So I will take 2 stress.
All right.
Oh, that's a 6 and a 4. So that would be the 6.
All right. You
And the
are
6 was the first one, so I shouldn't have even pushed myself, but I did.
I mean, you can never know till after you roll the dice.
yes. So you are
That
able
is true.
to seamlessly enter that you're cool as a Hork-Bajir. You are not the only one down there, obviously. Everyone seems to think you're one of them. So, what do you do?
First, I'm gonna finish messing with the stress bar on my character sheet. And then I am going to. I'm on the wrong page. Sorry, I'm looking for.
Scott had a really bad plan while she's looking up her thing. Does Kin still have his laser thing?
Oh no.
Yeah, the Dracon beam is
Do the thing.
by him. There's also a few scattered in the parking lot because
Cool.
people
I'm
kind
going to start engraving various graffiti bits into the side of their building with the laser.
Yes. Do the thing.
This is perfect. I don't know if you need to like roll for that. I kind of just want it to happen. So, let me.
Sorry, I spaced out while I was trying to figure out what I wanted to do, so I didn't hear the last bit.
That's okay. I stole your thing while you were thinking. I'm graffitiing with lasers.
I genuinely. Do you want to roll for this? Because I think you should, but I cannot think of which one it would be.
I wish this
And I-
character sheet told me what the various things. I'd assume either skirmish or wreck.
It sounds like wreck to me.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Wreck is destroying stuff. Skirmish is fighting people.
So yeah, I'd
technically
assume
he's
it's
destroying
wreck.
a part of the building.
All
so
right. Roll wreck and see how good your graffiti is.
Not good, because I do not actually have points in this. You know what?
I thought for a moment you were going to say I don't have thumbs in this form.
No. I'm gonna take more stress, so I get to just roll a die instead of 2 take the worst.
Oh my gosh. All right.
And then hopefully nothing else bad happens to me.
Why
Because that's a
would you
good thing to
something
say
like
to the
that?
GM.
I'm
Yes,
on your
it's a
side.
6.
Headphones.
All right. You, despite having little to no experience with Dracon beams, you are able to wield it expertly, and you can do whatever the heck you want to that building.
Awesome. It's getting all sorts of tags as only a white boy who has never actually experienced gang culture can do.
Also drew the infamous dick butt.
Yep, the dick butt, the $S thing.
Yes.
We're in
Okay.
America, so probably not the the guy who looks over the fence
I mean, that's like the
in World War
OG.
II. Yeah,
That
I
guy,
Kilroy's here.
Gilroy was here. Yeah.
Kilroy.
that-
Yeah.
All this.
All right.
Jet has to leave for 1 second. She'll be right back.
Yes. So, is that happening? Just to check, you loaded Ken up onto Anya in Horsemorph. Anya, are you going anywhere specific, or
The roller rink?
so you're going
Probably
to?
not a good idea to take him directly to our hideout.
Okay, well, where the fuck am I supposed to put him?
Tie him up and put him in a dumpster. We'll come back for him.
Oh, okay.
Yes, tie him up with these hooves. Gotcha.
Well, once you unmorph, you'll have hands.
All right. You were always better at knots than me.
I'm not even going to say what I was thinking.
Thank you. All
We
right.
are 13. Come on.
Yes. All right. So, don't necessarily know if you need to. All right. What do you think you need to roll for that, Anya?
Probably. Let me look at the thing. I guess because I have a big horse and I am trying to get somewhere stealthily, prowl, I feel like is the best that I could probably do.
All right.
Okay.
Roll for it.
Yes, sneaking as a 1,600-pound horse. Totally got this. That is a 5.
All right. That is a partial success. You definitely get spotted by some of those cameras, but you are able to reach a quiet, safe dumpster and get to work. Although you do notice Ken is kind of coming to, but in the way that someone who has just been hit on the head by a bear can come to.
I flip him over. So
Yeah,
he can't see me.
he has no idea what's happening. He's just very out of it right now.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Sorry, guys.
You're good. Jet, do you know what you're gonna do?
Yeah, so I was gonna gather information, which I assume is gonna require a roll
Well,
at
you
this
just
time.
did a pretty good roll, so that's why I said go around and ask what you need.
Oh, yeah, so I think what I'm trying to find out is what how the sorry, I like have a thought in my head. I'm just not good at words right now. What I'm trying to find out is like what exactly the plan is going forward once they get into the zoo volunteering position.
Oh, yeah, you find that out easy. Basically, they just say Yeah, it's our goal to cut off the bandits' access to more dangerous morphs.
Okay. I guess we kind of already knew that. Okay. I'm also trying to see if I can pick up on No, that was all I had.
All right.
Oh.
Anything else you'd like to do while you're down there?
Yeah. So there are Yerks like going in, like there's Yerks that are out of their hosts, right?
Yes, at the center of this underground complex, there is a massive pool, doesn't even describe it. It's like a large pond of gray sludge that you know to be filled with Candora rays, which is how the Yerks get energy. They have to enter the pool every 3 days. They are without their hosts when they're in the pool, and their hosts are caged up so they cannot escape.
Yeah, I'm going to go towards where the caged area is. And I'm going to try to like basically my plan is to act like I'm like if I'm a Yerk, I'm going to act like I'm going over there to get sorry, I'm trying to fabricate a reason to get close enough to the people that are caged up that I can let them out.
Oh, yeah, there are actually typically Horticulture controllers are the ones who bring the people from the cages to the pool. So, yeah,
Okay.
you can just walk over there, no problem. Just act confident.
Yeah. Okay, I'm gonna act confident. And is there someone guarding it right now? Another Hork-Bajir?
There are people like keeping an eye on it, but not overtly guarding it.
Okay. Then I guess I'm just going to do it. I'm just going to let everybody out.
How far behind her are the rest of us?
We are running against our time, so we have about 15 minutes, so y'all are right behind them.
Okay. I was going to say I was moving and spitting in cobra form. Cobras can go up to about 12 miles an hour, so they're quick. They are very fast creatures. Not, cheetah fast, but get down there to like a corner, not into the pool area. do I see anybody I recognize in there?
No, you do not.
Okay.
Actually, let me... Actually, wait 1 second. Let me actually roll for this to see. Yeah, you do see someone down there. Your father.
So he wasn't on a business trip.
Well, it depends on how you define business.
Sorry.
Yeah, this is not being said out loud, so I don't
Well,
know.
I'm not there, so
I don't know
it's
if the
all
rest
good.
of you would recognize him, but is he like in one of the cages or what?
Currently it looks like he is one of the security personnel, just sort of keeping an eye on things while holding a Dracon.
Well, that puts a wrinkle in it.
Sorry. I'm sorry.
You're not, though.
No, you're not.
Yeah.
Okay. Where is everybody else? I know Jet is heading for the cages, and I assume I would recognize her Portwood form, having seen it many, many times.
Yes.
Where's everyone else?
Helia?
Celia,
That
where are
smile
you?
looks like you have something to say.
I asked earlier about where's the main control room, and so I like to think that I found it.
Yeah, it's sort of like kind of up, overlooking things.
I'm going to press buttons until every single exhibit is open.
Okay, so very, very quickly, it's kind of chaos as suddenly all of the cages open and people start running for the exit. There are Dracon beams firing, and Helio, you are going to have to deal with someone coming into the control room to stop what you're doing.
Where are we in
So
relation to him? Where's everyone else in relation to him? Or is he like on his own?
I'm on my own.
He's on his own because the control room is like an upper level that kind of overlooks everything.
Okay. I did not plan to do this, but Jet, are you just going to like break into the cages and start like breaking people out?
They're all open now.
Okay, so they're all open. What are you doing?
What I'm doing is fighting off anybody who tried to stop me.
Good plan.
Solid.
Scott, what are you doing?
Oh, I just realized your name is Scott and you're the scout. Bad.
Oh, goodness, I did not even.
Okay,
I thought
Scott,
I was
what
the
are
only
you,
one who caught that
Scott,
already.
what are you doing?
Me? I'm
Yeah.
outside still. I'm decorating
so
their base.
you're still holding the fort outside, yes?
Yeah.
Okay. From how close am I to where Jet is, GM?
You just come down the stairs, right?
Yep.
I would say I'm bad at distance. You can probably get over there just a moment or two if you are careful and sort of dealing with the whole working against the crowd that is running up the stairs.
Okay. I'm assuming there's panic and chaos going on down below.
Yeah, a lot.
I really wanted to do something else at this moment, but Helio's not in the room. So, you know what? I'm going to shift and I'm going to help basically wreck shit. I'm going to This is the form that I don't think anyone else has seen in this group. This is something I got a sneaky acquisition. I turn into a Cape Buffalo.
Dude.
Yes.
I am about
Works.
1 to 1.5 ton, I would say, of just horns, hide, and bad temper.
Yeah, based on that, what do you want to wreck? Go for it.
Whatever the machinery, my first target is whatever machinery is generating the Kandrona rays.
Okay, that's right by the pool. It's basically like it looks kind of like a water filter, but a very weird one.
I will headbutt the shit out of it and trample whatever is left.
You will need to roll for it because people
Okay.
are shooting at you.
I'm gonna wreck it.
It is not going to stop a buffalo. Okay.
But
This will be fun. Might have to push. Yep, I think I'm going to have to push. I don't remember what the rules are on that one. Can someone
take 2 stress to gain 1d6 or 1 effect.
Okay, I'll take 2 stress and take 1 and add the d6.
All right.
Oh, thank God. Okay, that's a 6.
Yeah. You just boom go through it. And the Yerk pool is still very much sludge, but you can almost see it looks like the sheen is a little bit different as the Kandora sort of slowly fades into nothingness.
Ooh.
Okay. And I'm going to help Jet just trample whatever I can reach. I'm trying not to hurt my father. But if he's coming at me with a laser beam, I will at the very least knock him down.
Yeah, I'm imagining at this point most of the controllers have sort of tried to get up to vantage points, but or at least like get out of like the way of potentially being trampled. So he's out of the way at the moment, at least.
Okay. Is there any sort of cover that I can use to do a quick shift?
In this,
Or do I use morph and then push?
by shift, do you mean morph again?
I want to very rapidly go from 1 to 1 to 1. Like my buffalo to if they're all up high, I can't reach them. Buffalo can't climb stairs.
Yeah, I would say you can sort of get like behind one of the cages pretty easily and do that out of sight. You will have to roll morph though because you are shapeshifting under pressure and time constraints.
Absolutely, let's do it.
Go ahead.
So 2 dice. 5.
Yeah, you can seem to get through. You sort of get jostled a little, and it takes you a bit longer than you would have liked, but...
Okay. Second form, skunk.
All right. You are now a skunk.
Oh, I'm so happy.
This brings me
I am
joy.
too. I picked this form for a reason. And I'm going to see if... I'm assuming people are still trying to shoot me?
You are out of sight and low to the ground. You are not really a target at the moment.
I'm gonna just casually saunter my way up there while they're still focused on Jet, and quietly warn everyone skunk spray incoming and just spray the shit out of them.
Yeah, you do, and I don't know what the reaction to getting skunk sprayed is, but I'm guessing it's my eyes, my nose, also my mouth. They're the controllers are completely disoriented, just not really focused on.
And while that's happening, I'm going to yell for Jet and Helio that we gotta go.
So at that moment, before people started getting into that room, I do one morph. And I am now a silverback gorilla.
Awesome choice. I will have you roll to, if you're going to follow Maddie's orders, to get out and fight your way through those people. But
No, I'm
it's
not
up
gonna
to you what
fight
you
my
do.
way out. I like to think that like the control room has windows.
It does, like the classic like glass windows looking over
Mhm.
everything. Oh,
Yeah.
I love where this is
So-
going.
So, I just learned that the strength of a fully grown silverback gorilla the force behind it is basically 1,800 pounds. I'm
Dang.
going to grab a balance beam, right? So basically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump on the control panels, making like dents, grab onto the balance beams, and I'm going to use my feet to kick my way out the window. Basically shattering all the glass out the
Amazing.
way.
I feel like you should roll wreck for that, or maybe tumble if you're trying to jump out the window. Up to you.
Amazing.
Nah. What's a devil's bargain look like?
Devil's bargain.
Devil's bargain. Okay, in this case, your devil's bargain is that was a fucking awesome move. You get to do it. That's your devil's bargain.
Yeah.
I'm enjoying this too much, and I need it to happen. That's your devil's bargain.
Yes. So basically, when I basically crashed through, I can't land on anything because the moment I do, I would kill them. Because other than that, I would have just landed on a horse like in Planet of the Apes with Caesar yelling at everybody, no. So what ends up happening is I basically, when I crash out, I'm just gonna basically do the superhero landing pose instead.
Yes.
And I'm just gonna swing away because I'm Spider-Man. I'm Gorilla Man.
All right.
Spider gorilla?
You
Something like
are
that.
able to.
Oh,
You're
God.
heading out, right?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you are able to head out. Scott, at this point, you are starting to notice people just flooding out of the building. They clearly do not seem to be controllers, judging by the fact that a few of them look like they've been grazed by Dracon beams,
Oh.
and they're just booking their way out,
All right.
Some of
I'm
them-
gonna
getting into cars and driving.
hide for now then, because my friends might be coming, and it'll be most useful if someone's chasing them if I get the drop on them.
All right. Maddie and Jet, what are you guys doing?
I'm small and I'm not very fast, so I'm going to be yelling at Chet, pick me up!
I'd pick her up.
All
You
right.
never loaded skunk.
So,
Awesome.
are you heading out?
I think so.
Yeah.
Julia, let's go. We got to get out of here.
Yeah, I think we're
All
running
right.
out.
You will need to roll for whatever you want to do to get your way through.
Should this be a group action?
Between you and Maddie, yes.
Okay, well, I guess I'm the leader on that action since I'm the one carrying her. So I got a group action. Lead a group action. Everyone rolls, take highest result. Leader takes 1 stress per failure. So. I guess this is tumble.
Sure.
So we both have to roll tumble. Well, would you even have to roll if I'm carrying you, though?
I don't know.
So maybe this is not a group action. Maybe I'm just rolling.
I'm just gonna make this up. you can get an extra d6 for whatever instruction and or encouragement Maddie provides.
Okay. Yeah. Okay, so, well, getting an extra d6 is excellent because I have 0 in tumble. So now I have 1.
Yay!
I suppose the help is the fact that I am a skunk. People do not want to stand in the way of a skunk.
Yeah, there's definitely a little bit of a path being cleared for y'all. What'd you roll?
Can I push myself after I roll?
Sure. I don't see any specific thing before.
That's 2 3s. So it didn't even matter.
All
Okay.
right.
If this isn't working, I'm probably going to shift out, like get her to put me down and try and shift out as quick as I can and find a form that can help us get out of here.
All right. You will need to roll morph for that because you are transforming in a crowd of people.
6.
Awesome. What do you turn into?
In this case, I don't have a choice. Fuck it, tiger.
You know you can use them more than once, right?
I know, but in this case,
Okay.
I don't want to use the Cape Buffalo because we are in very tight spaces.
Okay, that's understandable. All right.
The tiger can get through a lot quicker and just roar and try and get people to run and get out of our way as fast.
Yeah, with the help of all of the sudden a freaking tiger, you are able to clear a path and get through there. And Jet, you can follow in Maddie's wake.
You could say they had the eye of the tiger.
Yeah.
I know what I did.
Let's get out of. Let's tell a thought speech. Let's get out of here. We've got to get away from here. We've caused a lot of damage for one night.
Yeah.
Where's Ken?
So,
like at this point, I'm like, does anyone have eyes on Ken? Or where did Anya leave him?
You'll have to ask her.
Anya left him in a McDonald's dumpster.
And where are you? Where's Anya?
Near the McDonald's dumpster.
Okay.
She is getting French fries?
Yeah, just totally a 13-year-old who doesn't really have clothes just goes to the fucking drive-thru. No.
I mean, I'm guessing it's pretty late at this point, and I don't think the demographics of like midnight McDonald's goers have changed very much over time, so
No, the ice cream machine still don't.
okay. Well, yeah, you cannot get ice cream because we live in a hellscape, but
Also, you can't morph clothes.
you cannot.
can morph clothes, they just have to be like spandex.
Yeah, it's biker shorts and leotards and yeah.
You're like a superhero, but like not fancy.
All superheroes from the nudist colonies. It's okay. It works.
So, are you all regrouping at the McDonald's?
Yeah.
Yes.
I guess
Yeah.
so.
If
Boy
it's
wants
within
burger.
50 yards,
I'm
so
going
we're
to
able
probably-
contact her.
I'm probably going to morph out of Hork-Bajir at some point when we get out of there because I don't want to be alien in public.
Yeah, we found a dumpster or like a back alley or something where everybody can shift out.
Yep. So, you all
I'm gonna miss my Harambe form.
you all have rearranged yourself. There is still the matter of like the 23-year-old guy who's tied up in that dumpster. So what's your plan for that?
What are we gonna do with him?
We take the dumpster with us.
How the No! What? No!
It's on wheels. We could just push it to the roller rink.
Okay, you know what?
Why
If
do we
you wanna
need the
do
whole
that-
dumpster? We just need the guy. I mean,
Here.
we could. I mean, we destroyed the Kandrona raids thing, right?
Yeah.
So we
I
could
hope
just
I
let
did.
him out. He wouldn't really be able to do that much because the thing is gonna die in a few days.
We could
We
also
don't know
just
if
leave
it's
him
other-
here, like leave the dumpster open. I assume somebody will come by if we leave it
Yeah.
obvious.
Oh,
I mean, if we just leave him in the wrong part of town, he'll probably get mugged and have a harder time getting back home.
I like how I want to keep him for ourselves. Bad idea. Totally wrong. Let's
How
put
are we
him
gonna
on the
keep
bad
him?
side of town though, and have
Well-
him mugged like this is GTA.
I think she was saying that like as a bad thing.
But how are we going to keep him though? Because I don't know what we're going to do with him.
Just
Like we don't need to like keep him. Just like
Starve it out, you mean?
I mean,
yeah.
he's tied up. The pool's destroyed. We could just leave him in the dumpster.
Or we could just like
Other
take
pools
him
kind of
like
stuff.
just take him back to the roller rink and leave him there until the yerk dies.
Are you okay with guarding him for 3 days until it dies? Because we have to assume he just fed.
I mean,
Hi, kitty. What's wrong?
like if he like
he'll be
tries
okay.
anything, I can just be a big fuck off dinosaur.
Yeah.
I would just like to make a note for y'all that given that you just released over 200 people,
And
including some
animals.
aliens,
And animals. So many animals.
yeah, there's
proud of that.
no one's gonna be looking for Ken for a few days. It's
Well, if you're all agreed that you want to try and starve out the yerk, then I'm all right to try, but I still think we have to assume that he just fed, so it's 3 days.
Okay.
In the meantime, I'll buy everyone a round of McDonald's. That's a job well done.
all right. So we are getting a little overtime actually, but did anyone else have anything that we wanted to do, or do you want me to go into my rapidly?
I think the last thing Maddie would probably do in character is let them know that I saw my father down there, and he's definitely one of them.
Oh no!
Yeah.
I'm so sorry.
Can
Or
we kill your dad now?
please try not to kill him. That could raise awkward questions.
All right.
If we have no choice, then well, we'll have to see. But we have to just have to be even more careful. And I guess that's it for me anyway.
I like how I chose one of my character principal things or whatever they were called as a major twice cut once, and yet this entire time I did not have any kind of plan for anything.
No measuring whatsoever.
Yeah, I was like, here's the two things my character cares about: being free and thinking before they act. Then what did I do?
You got one of the two. Anyway, I don't think there's anything I want to do for a one shot. If this was a full campaign, there's a couple things like checking in on my sister, but
Yeah.
Yeah, so the epilogue is over the next few days. Maddie, you will hear that due to some strange dynamite bombing, but also graffiti explosives, have really kind of wrecked the Sharing's budget, and they now have to put a lot of it into building repairs, and as a result, they will not be doing their zoo volunteer program anytime soon.
You're welcome.
Much appreciated.
And
that's the end. Yay.
yeah. So if you all want to go through and tell people like who you are and where they can find you and all that.
Can I go first?
Yes.
Go for it.
I'm Georgie Batts. You can find me at Odd Days George on Twitter or at Georgie Batts on itch.io. And you can also find me here next week at this time for one shot of Sleepaway, which is a summer camp horror game. Content warnings for, well, I guess it doesn't matter what the content warnings are because I'll say them next week. But we still have, last I checked, 2 spots open for that. So head on into the Discord and sign up for that if you are interested.
My name's Norman. I was Helio Vega. I released everything and I loved it. And if you want to find me, you can find me on Twitter, just talking a bunch of trash at Norman Lambert 45. Thank you.
Hi, I'm Sin. I was playing Maddie Zhao, the nominal leader of the group. Although half my group does shit without telling me. You can also find me. You can also find me here on this same channel on Friday nights at 9 p.m. playing Descent into Avernus. And I'm also on the Discord, so come yell at me there.
I'm Nick. I was playing Scott, who totally did tell our leader where we were going, just not when she could stop us. I'm at Twitter at @fell_strike. On Saturdays, soonish we'll be starting up again around this time, 6 to 9. I am in a Star Trek game at Storygirl on Twitch.
Persephone?
Oh, yep. Hi, I'm Persephone. You can find me at Persephone Hime on Twitter. And you can also find me on Thursday evenings at 9 p.m. Eastern playing Summer on Hyperdrive, the first Ember, right here on Welcome to the Party. And this next upcoming Thursday is gonna be a fucking doozy.
It's gonna be crazy. It's insanely cool show.
Also, Zin was on the show at the beginning.
Yes, do come watch our previous episodes. They were very entertaining.
They are on New to the Party.
And I am Kirsten. You can find me at various places on the internet. I am also on Into the Black with Nick, which will be starting back up on Saturdays at some point. And I will also be running on Storygirl's channel another thing of Idiot Teenagers with a Death Wish, but this time a 5-session little mini campaign. And I am very excited. So thank you all for sort of being my lab rats in this.
You're very welcome. It was a lot of fun. Thank you for running.
Oh God! Let me set all the animals free. Let me set all the animals free again.
I do need to thank you all to everyone who followed, subbed, hosted, and rated. And you guys are just awesome in chat. And thank you all. And we are going to be rating Divine and Conquer, which sounds pretty awesome. So. I think that's it. Producer, do your thing.
Yep, we're good.
Okay. So far, but... Bye. Okay.
Alright,